It's time to go sprint car racing. 25 laps for the 73rd anniversary race title. How about this? Dwayne Leiber on the pole. Jeff Williams just outside of him. Yoakum and Blaney in row 2. Breck and Long in row 3. Bond and Carter, Allison and Hall, Horseman, Stewart, and Mike Dunlap. The first 13 Wing 360 Warriors. Brent Gear, Mike Miller, Kent Walters, Tim Viles, Aaron Maloney, John Nelson, and Bob Gear Jr. 20 cars going 25 laps. Here we go. It's shootout time. EFI, NRA, Sprint Invaders on the track. And Dwayne Leiber using pole position to snag the early lead. Down to the bottom he goes. And Dwayne Leiber will lead lap number 1. Dennis Yoakum trying to stick his nose under Leiber. Not a lot of room there, and Dennis trying to make it stick. Dwayne being a gentleman, giving him just enough racing room. And we are still wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. Leiber and Yoakum shooting it out up front, a little farther back in the pack. Everybody getting it sorted out, settling in. 25 laps. Not an extremely long period of time, but long enough to where you can get yourself a good rhythm going and then move forward. Great racing. Here we go. Leiber, Dussel, J.R. Stewart. And that is J.R. Stewart. Hard to believe we don't have Mike Dussel racing with us every Friday night, but J.R. Stewart doing good for Ron Hammonds Motorsports. I know that was a big relief off JR to not have to be the owner and the driver. He just gets to drive every Friday night for Ron, and I think that's worked out well. Great equipment as usual. So up front, it was Leiber, Yoakum, and J.R. Stewart, not Mike Dussel. My bad. We'll see how this sorts itself out. Yoakum still hanging around in third. Looks like JR has now made his way around Dwayne Leiber. Leiber back to second. Yoakum sitting in third spot right now. And that red 7C that you see flying around there, that's Mike Breck. He's trying to come forward as well. John Nelson on the high side of J.R. Stewart there. Here comes Breck around Leiber. And as we complete another lap of Limaland, the running order is, well, here comes Dwayne Leiber right back around Mike Breck. John Nelson pretty fast on the high side. You know Breck, he wants to run there. He don't like running down low. Now he sweeps out to the outside. So it is J.R. Stewart currently in control of the race, followed by Dennis Yoakum. Just behind them, the battling duo of Dwayne Leiber and Mike Breck. So far, clean and green. We just saw them. Yellow and green, cross flags. That means we're halfway through. John Burden giving everybody the sign. Great racing. Awesome racing going on here. Blaney's out front in the 6B car. How about that? J.R. Stewart trying to make his way up forward. There he is, Dale Blaney. He climbs in that car every once in a while when he has some free time. I'm guessing that's the backup car for JR if something was to happen. Well, Blaney giving a great run. You know he's never won at Limaland in a Ron Hammonds car, so you know he has a little extra motivation in this one. So now it's Blaney, Yoakum. I'm trying to look farther back. It looks like Blaney, Yoakum, Mike Breck. There he is. J.R. Stewart hanging around in fourth spot right now. Dwayne Leiber currently back in fifth. The 11 car of Timmy Allison sitting in sixth spot right now. So we're still green flag racing. Limaland, it is 73rd anniversary race. Dale Blaney trying to notch a win for Ron. It'll be a nice little payday too. You know it will. Love the anniversary races. Brings out the very best drivers. Lots of cars. Big money on the line. It is one of the must-attend races of the year at Limaland. I talked to Blaney right before the race, and he said his ribs were a little bit sore from the Doty, and then he had a pretty stiff hit into the wall down at Eldora as well during the King's Royal. So tough little stretch there for Dale Blaney. He certainly has seen those in his past. Again, the safety measures in these cars the drivers take as far as equipment goes, the best, second to none, and that's why you can see these guys flip over and do all the crazy things they do and get out and kick the tire and walk away. Looks like Dale Blaney finally going to notch a win at Limaland in a 360 sprint car. Yes, sir. Anniversary race. The 73rd one. Title belongs to Dale Blaney. We'll check the rest of the finishing order, but it looks like Dennis Yoakum finishes in second. Mike Breck in third. J.R. Stewart in fourth. Dwayne Leiber, awesome race, sitting in fifth. Allison up to sixth. Ricky Bond finishes in seventh. Jeff Williams, Jared Horseman, Luke Hall, Kent Walters, Mike Miller, Bob Gear Sr. round out your top 13. We'll look a little farther back into the field, and you'll see that I'll tell you, the positions are tough to come by on this racetrack. Looks like the 55 car of Scott Carter finishes in 14th. Tim Viles in 15th. Maloney, Gear Jr., John Nelson, Mike Dunlop, Brent Gear round out the top 20. So there they are.
NRA Sprint Invaders finally back in Limaland. Feature time tonight, and for a first time in his lengthy history at this racetrack, taking the checkered flag in a 360 race. Dale Blaney, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, something that you talked about, sort of a mission that you were on, something to cross over the hurdle of winning at Limaland. You did it last year on Speed Weeks. You were in a 410 car, but the traditional Limaland 360s division, tough division, you obviously got it done with a Hammonds car.
Well, basically we had a good starting spot. I mean, I'm not sure if I could have, come from 10th or 12th to win tonight. I don't know if I really wanted to try, but, we had a good starting spot, and we were pretty decent all night. So just got to thank Ron for giving me the opportunity to run this car, and good to see him. I kind of ran here the last couple of years and never did get qualified for the King of the Quarter Mile, and he didn't at all last year. So at least we got him qualified. I'm not sure if I can come back and run that or not, but at least we got him qualified.
Well, certainly you were jockeying up front for a while with Dwayne Leiber, one of the old veterans. Jeff Williams was up there. Certainly Dennis Yoakum, Mike Breck, guys that all raced you clean.
I know going in the first corner with all those guys, it wasn't going to be a problem. Sometimes you hate race. You don't hate racing, but you don't know how those guys are going to be. I know who I race with in the 410s all the time, but I've watched Dwayne Leiber since I was probably 10 years old racing a car, so I got a lot of respect for him. And we just had a good starting spot. We had the guys up front. I knew I was going to struggle maybe for about 5 laps, but knew we were going to get better as the race went on, and I knew it was a 25-lap race, and so we just kind of took our time.
How much more satisfaction might it be, Dale, realizing that maybe your car wasn't a whole lot better than everybody else?
It was okay. I don't know. My car was pretty good. I get to work on it tonight. Usually when I run a 410 car, I don't get to work on it. I just sit in the trailer and jump out and race it. So it's hard for me sometimes to actually think what I need done. But I had a few things. We've gone pretty good here in the past, so I kind of had a few things up my sleeve.
Welcome to the 360 Winner's Circle at Limaland. Next time for you at this facility?
Probably August 22nd, I think, the NRA Championships. I'm not sure if we have anything that weekend, but it looks like that weekend will hopefully be clear.
Good deal. We look forward to your return. We're pleased to have you here tonight. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Dale Blaney, your NRA Sprint Invader winner this evening at Limaland.